come through the repechage. And conditions absolutely perfect here. We can see how still it is on the water. And Scotch College, South Australia in lane 8. Toby Lister, one of the coaches for Scotch College in Adelaide.
Yeah, fantastic result from Scotch Adelaide, winning their head of the river last weekend as well.
So we're about to get underway in the Schoolboy Cox State, and we are away. Top of the screen, it's Geelong College in lane 1. Lane 2, Geelong Grammar. 3, Scotch College Victoria. In the middle of the course, St Joseph's College Sydney in lane 4. In lane 5, Melbourne Grammar. Lane 6, Shore. 7, Nudgee. And in lane 8, Scotch College at the bottom of the screen from South Australia.
And look at Shore, canvas out on in front of the rest of the field. This is what we've seen consistently throughout the season. Shore very fast over that first 500 metres and first 1,000 metres of the race in particular. So they're definitely not leaving anything behind. They're going out absolutely blasting into this first 250 metres of the Schoolboy 8s final.
Definite tactic here from Shore, and they currently lead by a canvas. Geelong College on the inside of the course in lane 1, currently in second place, but here comes Joey's. Also alongside them, Melbourne Grammar and Scotch College Victoria. But it's Shore leading by a canvas, and we can see the crew on the far side of the course. That is Geelong College. On the near side here, Scotch College from South Australia. So Shore still in front, stroke for stroke at the moment. Geelong College in lane 1 and Shore in lane 6. And on this side of the course, Scotch College, South Australia, and we can just see Melbourne Grammar nudging up a little bit there on the inside of the course on Shore. And what's happened here in lane 3, Scotch College Victoria, by the looks of it, have dropped out. They've stopped rowing. One of the favourites.
Scotch College from Victoria has stopped rowing, and we're not sure why and what has happened here. But that is unbelievable to see that happen. I'm not sure if there's been a breakage, but of course there's a no breakage rule in rowing now, which means that even if there's a breakage, the race will not be stopped for them. Well,
they've actually put their hand up, an indication that they thought they might have a restart there.
I think they thought that the breakage rule might still exist, but it does not. And Scotch College Melbourne out of this race, that is unbelievable. One of the biggest contenders, and look at the energy now from Melbourne Grammar, who've seen that happen. Boy, would they have loved watching every minute of that as they come up and draw level with Shore. But look at this Nudgee crew. They're coached by John Bowes, which looks like the name of their boat as well. A former Australian coach, and he's doing a fantastic job with those Nudgee boys. We've seen them in fours and quads during this week, and they've been very, very strong. But up here, sitting level with Melbourne Grammar and Shore at this point in the race.
Well, we're just trying to find out exactly what has happened to Scotch College Victoria in lane 3. The pre-race favourites dominant through the Victorian season. An absolute sensation there. So Scotch College from Victoria in lane 3 just stopped rowing, and we can see right at the back of the course now. And the Cox put his hand up in the hope that they might restart the race, but it is Melbourne Grammar, Shore, Nudgee and Joey's. They're the top 4 at the moment, and Shore went out very quickly, and Nudgee College may just hit the front. They have. It's Nudgee College, Shore, and on the inside of the course, Melbourne Grammar.
Nudgee College rowing out of their skins. Unbelievable performance from them. But what we've seen time and time again is with Joey's, we say that if they're within a length of Shore at the 1,000-metre mark, that it's very likely they're going to come through. And when that Joey's crew put on the burners at about the 1,250-metre mark, they start taking a seater stroke. So will they have that in reserve? They haven't really had a lot of training on. They've had exams for the last 3 weeks, whereas some of these other Melbourne crews come straight off the back of their head of the river last weekend. So Shore and Joey certainly have a task ahead of them to get in ahead of Melbourne Grammar. And Nudgee College, what an unbelievable performance from them to be leading at the 1,250-metre mark.
And we just saw a shot there of Scotch College Victoria in lane 3, who stopped rowing, one of the pre-race favourites, and they're well back in last place. But out in front and leading now by a canvas is the combination in lane 7, Nudgee College. Melbourne Grammar just moving ahead of Shore. St Joseph's College also making a little bit of a move here. And so it's Melbourne Grammar, Nudgee, Shore and St Joseph's, a race in 4. And we can see there's very good combination from St Joseph's College in lane 4, really having a tilt here at Shore. So Shore currently in 3rd place. Joey's just moving ahead of them, stroke by stroke, and alongside them Melbourne Grammar and Nudgee College out in front, and they now lead almost by half a boat length.
Look, Joey's don't look as dominant to me as they have throughout the season. They're looking just a little bit flat, and we can see Nudgee College, look, I just don't know if anyone can pull them back. They've got almost a length lead at the 1,500 metres. This was completely unprecedented, these young Queenslanders to be out in front by almost a boat length. and Shaw sitting very strongly in third place, neck and neck with Joey's, the two New South Wales crews. Melbourne Grammar just holding on for second at the moment, but Joey's is starting to go for it. It is an all-out war between Joey's and Shaw to see who can get up on the podium with these interstate crews.
Nudgy out in front, leading by 3/4 of a boat length. Melbourne Grammar and Joey's stroke for stroke in second place. Shaw just on the inside of the course, dropping back to fourth. It's Nudgy. This would be an absolute boil-over. They lead now by 3/4 of a boat length. Nudgy in front, Melbourne Grammar in second place, and Joseph's College from Sydney in third, and then Shaw in fourth, but Shaw pegging back here. Nudgy out in front, and this would be a major surprise. Nudgy College from Brisbane out in front. Can they hold on? Here comes Joey's College on the inside of the course. Melbourne Grammar, Shaw there as well. It's still Nudgy College though. 150 metres to go. Here comes Joey's. Melbourne Grammar as well, fighting back, nudging back, but it's Nudgy in front. 3/4 of a boat length. I think they'll hold on. 50 to go. Nudgy still in front. Nudgy edging further ahead. Nudgy with a couple of strokes to go will win one of the greatest boilovers we've seen for a long time. They'll win the Interstate Schoolboys 8, and they cross the line now in first place, and Joey's just get there in second place ahead of Melbourne Grammar.
Unbelievable. Nudgy College, John Bowes their coach, what a brilliant job he's done with these boys. Unbelievable. They've looked so good this week, both in the 8 and in the quads and the 4s. Fantastic result. Those boys will just be ecstatic with that. They look how exhausted they are. They can barely keep their boat straight. And Shaw gutted to come in fourth position, missing out on the medals altogether. And here we have Scotch College Melbourne crossing the line. What a dramatic race for them.
Yes, they stopped rowing after about 400 metres. Nudgy College had to go through a repechage to make it through to the final because we had 4 crews making it straight through. Nudgy wasn't one of those crews, and we can see there we have a seeded final. Nudgy started in lane 7 with the top seed starting in lanes 3, 4, 5. And we're just trying to find out exactly what happened to Scotch College. It looks as though, did something happen with the stroke?
It looks like the 7-man there, something's happened either with his foot stretcher or his slides, the equipment in the boat that's all movable. Looks like something's happened there, and they just dropped off shot, but how gutting for them. But look at this Nudgy crew. Unbelievable.
Isn't that great, though, because they were rank outsiders, you'd have to say, going into this race.
Absolutely. I mean, that's... In rowing, there are moments where you have to be brave. It's such a tough sport, and these boys are in so much pain, as we saw with the girls as well in that middle part of the race. And it's who can be brave, who can take the move, who can take the race by the scruff of the neck, and that's what Nudgy did. They clearly went in here with a plan. Right, it's now or never at the 1,000-metre mark, and that move they made was so lethal. They preempted Joey's. They've obviously been watching the head of the river, the other races. They knew that they had to take it before Joey's did. Joey's getting the silver medal, but gutting for them.
Scotch College there, absolutely gutted. And they had a problem with the man in the 7 seat, and he is in tears. And they were one of the pre-race favourites, having dominated in Victoria. And they came here with high expectations, and they've had a gear failure through about 450 metres. And they are wondering what has happened. What has happened?
Shaking their heads in disbelief.
Well, Nudgy College finishing in first place, Joey's in second, Melbourne Grammar in third, Shaw in fourth, in fifth place Geelong Grammar, Scotch College from Adelaide in lane 6 finishing in sixth place, Geelong College in seventh, and Scotch College Victoria, as we saw there on the screen, finishing in 8th place, but very close between second and third. But Nudgy College through the final 800 metres, just pulling away from the rest of the crews, and that is sport, isn't it? You see there, they haven't moved since crossed the line, unable to, I guess, reconcile what has happened here. But very sad moment there for Scotch College in Victoria, but jubilation for Nudgy College from Brisbane. They've taken out the Schoolboy Cock State with a great performance at the Sydney International Regatta Centre. We've got more coming up right after the break with the Interstate Women's Scull with Kim Crow. Live